Christmas Eve, 1945, Fayetteville, West Virginia. The wind howls through the trees, carrying with it the eerie sound of crunching ice under deliberate footsteps. Heavy breathing interrupts the silence of the night. Inside a humble wooden house, the flickering light of a candle casts ghostly shadows against the walls. The vibrant laughter of children dances with the comforting crackle of the fireplace. The warmth inside stands in stark contrast to the biting cold outside. Upstairs, behind a curtained window, young Louis Sodder, age 9, peers out. His eyes are wide, his face pale, as if he's seen a specter. "Mom, there's a man watching us from the trees," Louis whispers, his voice barely audible. The camera shifts outside, revealing deep in the shadowy embrace of the trees a tall figure. A cigarette glows ominously red between his fingers, and his cold, dark eyes flicker with the reflected firelight. Suddenly, the screen cuts to black, shattered by a blood-curdling scream that slices through the night. Scene 2 unfolds swiftly. The Sodder house is engulfed in hellish flames. The roar of burning wood fills the air, while smoke billows, consuming the starlit sky. George Sodder, a strong-willed businessman of Italian descent, emerges into the chaos, fear etched into his features. He screams the names of his children, his voice raw, desperate. But the fire grows, becoming an impassable barrier to his frantic efforts. Jenny Sodder, eyes alight with terror, cries out, "My babies! They were just here! They were just here!" In his desperation, George attempts to start his truck to reach the upstairs windows, but the engine remains silent, unresponsive. He rushes to the water barrel, finding it frozen solid. The air crackles with something sinister, an unseen presence. Scene 3, the grim aftermath. Morning brings no relief as the house lays in ruins, smoldering reminders of what was. Detective John Miller, a seasoned war vet with sharp eyes hidden beneath a thick mustache, sifts through the debris alongside firefighters. "No bones? No remains? Nothing?" Miller queries. Incredulity weaving through his words, George stands, fists clenched, and Jenny whispers, "They didn't burn. Someone took them." The tension rises. The investigation begins. Theories swirl. 2 years pass with strange clues emerging. A letter arrives at the Sodder home, enclosing a photograph of a young man that could be Louis Sodder. On the back, scrawled notes read, "I am Louis. I love my brother Frankie. Ilhad, a 90135, Italy." A waitress recalls seeing children with unfamiliar adults the night the fire raged. A private investigator reveals the phone lines were cut before the fire's fury began. Scene 5, a conspiracy beyond imagination. George meets Victor Cavano, a sly lawyer with wolf-like eyes. Victor delivers chilling words. "Your kids were taken, George. You crossed the wrong people. They needed to disappear." George remembers threats received for speaking out against Mussolini's regime. The shocking discovery unfolds. A call received. "Your children are alive, but if you keep digging, you'll never see them again." George uncovers a firefighter's link to a secretive organization tied to Italian intelligence. The twisted conclusion. In a shadowed room, an old photograph is placed on a table, revealing 5 children in military uniforms at an unknown facility.